Welcome. I'm thrilled to show you the Radius Client Relationship Automation Suite, tools designed to help you manage more clients, stay more organized, and close more deals, all with less manual effort. Today, we'll explore how to organize and access your client database efficiently, leverage powerful automation to keep clients engaged, and use smart tools that ensure no opportunity falls through the cracks. Let's get started. To access your Radius clients, simply select the people icon on the left-hand menu. This is your CRA or Client Relationship Automation tool. Finding the right clients is easy. You can search by entering a client's name or email address in the search bar. We also offer several filtering options. Use the client type filter to search by buyer, seller, tenant, landlord, or referral. The status filter lets you narrow down clients based on where they are in your pipeline. Team leaders can view contacts for their associate team members as well. And if you need to get even more granular, you can filter by client creation date or by your custom tags. As you adjust your filters, the results table below updates in real time. Each client displays several column headings that give you a comprehensive view at a glance. You'll see the client name, email address, and engagement score, which is a number out of 10 that predicts how likely this client is to transact based on their engagement with the system. You'll also see the assigned agent, created and updated dates, type, visits, and last activity. For example, here we can see the system sent this client a property recommendation 6 days ago. The source, tags, and address columns provide additional context, and the search and listing section shows seller clients' active listings or buyer's home search information. For instance, I can see this client is searching in Dubose Triangle between $2.5 and $3 million. We can also track how many properties have been viewed, shortlisted, or rejected for each client. If you find too many columns are being displayed, you can customize your view by selecting the columns drop down and deselecting the columns that aren't relevant to you. Column types are organized by details and communications categories for easy navigation. To keep your database organized, the CRA supports powerful bulk actions. You can select multiple contacts and assign custom tags in bulk. You can also select multiple contacts and change their client type. Perhaps you have a buyer who is now a seller. You can update that information here. Another useful feature is the ability to select multiple contacts and invite them to download the client app. When sending a bulk invitation, you can customize the invitation message. This sends both an email and text invite to all selected contacts. If you need to remove contacts from your database, you can archive them. When archiving, you'll be prompted to indicate why you're removing this client from the database. Don't worry. Any client that has been archived can easily be retrieved by selecting the Archived button at the top right, clicking the 3 dots, and selecting the client or clients you'd like to restore. Smart Lists offer a fast and easy way to access client segments you view regularly. For example, if you access your sphere of influence on a regular basis, you can filter your database by the tag Sphere of Influence. Select the contacts with this tag and then click Add Smart Lists. Give your smart list a name that makes it easily identifiable, along with a brief description. Then click Save New Smart List. Now you can quickly view your SOI by selecting your SOI Smart List in the top left. To edit a smart list, simply select the Edit button next to Smart List. You can edit the name, description, or delete the list altogether. There are several ways to add new clients to your database. You can connect clients through third-party integrations by selecting the Integrations button in the top right. If you're migrating from another platform, you can import in bulk using a CSV file. Just send your file to support@radiusagent.com. And of course, you can add individual clients one at a time by clicking the Add Client button in the top right. Let's walk through the process of setting up a new client together. I'm going to add my client Donald. After clicking Add Client, you'll first choose who this client is being created for. Team leads and admins have the ability to create clients on behalf of other team members. Now, while we want to capture as much information as possible for each client, the basic required information is denoted by an asterisk. Full name is required, so I'll enter Donald's name in this field. You'll also need either a phone number or email address. though you're welcome to add multiple phone numbers and email addresses for each client if you have them. You'll also notice that client type, status, and source are required fields. Donald is a buyer and a new client who I met at an open house. I highly recommend using tags as an extra layer of organization to keep your database segmented and easy to navigate. You can create new tags or select from existing ones. Beyond the required fields, we can add even more details for Donald, things like his birthday, home anniversary, and much more. These personal touches help you stay connected and create meaningful touch points throughout the year. Once we've entered all the information we have, we can either save Donald as a client, or we can create a search for Donald to start matching him with properties right away. Creating a search for a client is a great way to stay top of mind and match your client with their perfect home. To begin, we'll give our search a name. This name will appear in the branded email property alerts that your client receives from you, and it will show up on their search board within the client app. I'm going to call this Donald's Home Search. Next, we can specify the location of Donald's search. We can search by neighborhood, city, or zip code. Donald is looking in Anaheim and Orange County, California. By default, property email alerts will be toggled on. You can turn this off if you only want to create a search board for this client in the app without sending email alerts. We can set up searches for listings that are for sale or for rent. Next, we'll enter Donald's minimum and maximum price range. Donald is looking between $1.5 and $2 million, and he's hoping to buy within the next 3 months. Let's also say Donald is looking for at least 2-bed and 2-bath homes. Feel free to add as many additional search preferences as you'd like when setting up searches for your clients. You can always start broad and have Mel tighten them up as she begins to understand your client's preferences. Once you've completed your search criteria, select the purple Add Search Criteria button. This will take you to the client profile. From the client profile, you can send the client a text and email invitation to download your branded client app. You can also click the 3 dots in the top right corner to edit this client's information if needed. From the drop-down menu, you can route this client to another member of your team, and you can view any additional details that you've entered for this client in the Additional Details section. We know how time-consuming it can be to get a buyer representation agreement out to a new client. Click the Get Started button to quickly send the agreement to your client. You can also ask Mel to summarize your client if you'd like to see a detailed report of this client's engagement, sentiment, timeline, and preferences. As we continue to scroll down, you'll notice the search that we created for Donald is displayed under Searches and Listings. You can select this search to edit it, or you can click Add Search to set up an additional search for Donald. If you're also helping your client sell, you can use the Add Listing button to create a listing for the client right in the client profile. Once the client starts engaging with the platform, activity for the client will be displayed in the Activity tab. Activities can be filtered by search and listings, reminders and appointments, notes, and client status. It's best practice to keep detailed notes on your clients. You can add notes by clicking the Add Notes button in the Notes tab. You can also set follow-up reminders in the Reminders tab. Be sure to connect your Google Calendar so the system can add reminders to your Google Calendar automatically. And finally, if you want to see what properties are being recommended to your client, you can do so in the Recommended Properties tab. Now here's how we maximize the potential of your CRA. If you want Mel, your AI assistant, to reach out to Donald and automatically engage with him, you can do so by configuring AI prospecting. After selecting the AI prospecting button on the client profile, you'll need to configure your prospecting settings. Here we can see that the client name defaults to Donald Duck. All I need to do now is set the milestones and configure the outreach channels. When I set a milestone for Mel, I'm telling her what I want her to accomplish when she reaches out. Let me walk you through the options. When Create a Search Board is selected, Mel will reach out proactively to this client to gather the information she needs to create a search board. If this is selected and the client already has a search board, Mel will reach out with the intention of refining the search board and gathering additional search preferences to better match them with properties. If Schedule a Showing is selected, Mel will offer to schedule a showing when a client indicates they like a property. Mel can also set appointments if this milestone is selected. The agent must have their calendar connected in settings, so Mel can look at the agent's calendar and offer available time slots to the client. Once the client chooses a time slot, Mel will add the appointment to the agent's calendar and send a reminder to the client. Okay? You can select all 3 milestones or any combination of the 3 that works best for your workflow. Finally, we need to configure Mel's outreach channels. Mel can proactively engage with the client via the client app chat, through text message, or through email. If all 3 are selected, the system will default to reaching out through the client app chat first. If the client doesn't have the app, the system will then attempt outreach through text. If you don't have a Radius office number set up, or if the client's number is not valid, the system will then reach out via email. As soon as this is saved, Mel will send her initial message. You'll be CC'd on all emails and texts that Mel sends, so you have full visibility into the conversation and can jump in at any time. You can manage your various prospecting rules at any time by going to Settings, then clicking AI Prospecting. Here, you can edit or delete your prospect rules. I would also recommend toggling AI summary generation to on so that Mel automatically generates engagement summaries for your clients. You can choose whether this data is refreshed weekly or monthly, depending on your preference. You can also create prospecting rules for groups by clicking the purple Add New Prospect button. Here you can set up prospecting rules for all buyers or all sellers, configuring the source, adding your milestones, and designating your outreach channels. Once this is set up, any existing clients who match that prospecting rule or any future clients who are added into the system will be prospected immediately by Mel. And there you have it, the Radius CRA and Automation Suite working together to help you manage more clients, stay more organized, and never miss an opportunity. Remember, you maintain full control and visibility while Mel handles the consistent outreach and engagement that keeps your pipeline healthy. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Otherwise, start putting these tools to work and watch your client relationships thrive. Thanks for joining me today.